Into his presence would I enter now. Into his presence would I enter now. Into his presence would I enter now. Well, hello. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm Willie from the Ozarks, and I'm here on the banks of Nianga River here on Tuesday, June the 6th of 2023. We're ready for lesson 170 or 157. Into his presence would I enter now. This is a day of silence and of trust. It is a special time of promise in your calendar of days. It is a special time of promise in your calendar of days. Into his presence would I enter now. It is a time heaven has set apart to shine upon and cast a timeless light upon this day when echoes of eternity are heard. This day is holy, for it ushers in a new experience, a new kind of feeling and awareness. You have spent long days and nights in celebrating death. Today you learn to feel the joy of life. Isn't that nice? You have spent long days and nights in celebrating death. Today you learn to feel the joy of life. We're starting to look and see what all the benefits forgiveness offers instead of living in the world of judgment. This is another crucial turning point in the curriculum. Wow. Crucial turning point in the curriculum. We add a new dimension now, a fresh experience that sheds a light on all that we have learned already and prepares us for what we have yet to learn. It brings us to the door where learning ceases. We catch a glimpse of what lies past the highest reaches it can possibly attain. It leaves us there an instant, and we go beyond it, sure of our direction and our only goal. Today it will be given you to feel a touch of heaven. Today it will be given you to feel a touch of heaven. Though you will return to paths of learning, yet you have come far enough along the way to alter time sufficiently to rise above its laws and walk into eternity a while. This you will learn to do increasingly, as every lesson, faithfully rehearsed, brings you more swiftly to this holy place and leaves you for a moment to yourself. Are you doing your lessons, faithfully rehearsing? Oh, he's not asking for too much, really. You know, read the lesson every day and then spend at least 5 minutes every morning and when you get up and 5 minutes before you go to bed. And then throughout the day, the best you can, try to bring the memory to your mind as the hour strikes. And say, today, into his presence would I enter now. And, pause for a moment and thank him for the things that he's given you in the hour gone by, and ask him what he wants you to do in the hour yet to come, and be about your Father's business. How easy is life, huh? He will direct your practicing today, for what you ask for now is what he wills. And having joined your will with his this day, what you are asking must be given you. Nothing is needed but today's idea to light your mind and let it rest in still anticipation and in quiet joy, wherein you quickly leave the world behind. From this day forth, your ministry takes on a genuine devotion and a glow that travels from your fingertips to those you touch and blesses those you look upon. A vision reaches everyone you meet and everyone you think of or who thinks of you. For your experience today will so transform your mind that it becomes the touchstone for the holy thoughts of God. Your body will be sanctified today, its only purpose being now to bring the vision of what you experience this day to light the world. We cannot give experience like this directly, yet it leaves a vision in our eyes which we can offer everyone, that he may come the sooner to the same experience in which the world is quietly forgot and heaven is remembered for a while. Let's read that one again. We cannot give experience like this directly, yet it leaves a vision in our eyes which we can offer everyone, that he may come the sooner to the same experience in which the world is quietly forgot and heaven is remembered for a while. We're trying to reach that holy instant. As this experience increases and all goals but this become of little worth, the world to which you will return becomes a little closer to the end of time, a little more like heaven in its ways, a little nearer its deliverance. And you who bring it light will come to see the light more sure, the vision more distinct. The time will come when you will not return in the same form in which you now appear, for you will have no need of it. Yet now it has a purpose and will serve it well. Today we will embark upon a course you have not dreamed of. But the Holy One, the giver of the happy dreams of life, translator of perception into truth, the holy guide to heaven given you, has dreamed for you this journey, which you make and start today, with the experience this day holds out to you, to be your own. Into Christ's presence will we enter now, serenely unaware of everything except his shining face and perfect love. The vision of his face will stay with you, but there will be an instant which transcends all vision, even this, the holiest. This you will never teach, for you attained it not through learning. Yet the vision speaks of your remembrance of what you knew that instant and will surely know again. Wow, into his presence would I enter now. Okay, let's go take a look in our text reading, and we're ready for the next chapter, 17, forgiveness and healing. Forgiveness and healing. You know, I might mention that forgiveness is what brings on healing in all respects, he says. You know, healing is really of the mind, and to have the mind healed only requires one thing, and that's complete forgiveness. Now, it can be it doesn't have to take time, I suppose, but it does for most of us. I know I've been working at learning how to forgive for years, and I keep finding new things to forgive. And remember, those manifestations of unforgiveness in the physical form are the sicknesses that we experience. And you can work on trying to eradicate sicknesses at that level, but the real level is that that can have some help in the dream. But the reality is that our sicknesses are from thoughts that are not in tune with God. Now, we just don't think the way God does. And forgiveness is the pathway that gets us there. You know, and forgiveness, to recognize what you thought your brother did to you, has not occurred. Okay, well, while you're turning there to chapter 17, let me tell you, I sat down in a little patch of poison ivy. So I thought, well, let's just talk a little moment about poison ivy. See right there, the leaves of three, let it be. You've heard that little saying. Of course, strawberries have three leaves too, so you got to know a little bit. But there's quite a bit all around me here. And so you want to be careful particularly if you're one of the people that's highly susceptible to it, which you'll probably figure it out. And what I would suggest you do if you do get in contact with it is what I do anyway. And I don't appear to be totally real highly susceptible to outbreaks with it, but some people really are. And what you need, but I've heard that it can build on people too. So at any rate, in the dream, keep in mind that rinse it off as soon as possible. And a lot of people use cold water first and rinse it with soap and cold water. You know, get some water out of the creek, go over to the bank and wash real good with soap, rinse it off. Rinse your soap outside the creek. Or some people just jump in the creek and wash off real good. You use a little mud from the bank and wash it off. That's a common way. I do that usually. And then maybe take a hot shower. But they say that if you'll take a cold shower first, that what that does is it makes the oils in it, and makes them kind of solidify. Is that what and they roll off? Where if you use warm water, it opens the pores and they tend to soak in. So I do both. I do the cold water first. If I've got into a big patch of it and I'm at home. Now, if I'm out in the creek, I start swimming. Okay, and I wanted to tell you a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit about poison ivy. I did look this up. It's called Toxicodendron is the genus. Radican is the American version. It also grows in Asia. There's a couple other different varieties, Rydbergi and Orientale maybe. And those are the Asian varieties, I expect. Probably in Europe too, but it didn't say. It just said Asia and North America. The North American variety is radican. Toxicodendron radican. And I found this on WebMD. You know, I'm always looking for, you know, well, what do people use it for healing? Homeopathic preparations of poison ivy, which are very, very dilute amounts, are used to treat pain, rheumatoid arthritis, sprains, and itchy skin disorders. But there is no good scientific evidence to support these claims, according to WebMD. Thank you, WebMD, for that information. And I also wanted to tell you what all's going on the earth today. Atheist Pride Day, Bonza Bottler Day. I don't know what to say about atheist pride. You know, an atheist is someone who actually believes there is no God. And, you know, to me, that would take a huge amount of faith that wouldn't be based on, what would I say, on to me, what seems to be obvious evidence. But we love our brothers and sisters who are atheists, as well as those who are not. So Bonza Bottler Day, it's the 6th of the 6th month. D-Day invasion anniversary, drive-in movie day, National Applesauce Cake Day, National Eyewear Day. Good day to wear my glasses, huh? National Gardening Exercise Day. You know, one of my dear friends, that farmer that lived close by me, that I just found out made his crossing. He was in close to 90, I expect. Roy Bradford. And he told me one time, he said, you know, gardening's the best exercise a man can do. And I thought, well, I wonder what kind of gardening he does. I know my gardening is exercise, lots of exercise. A lot of people, you know, but anyway, gardening's a good exercise. So Gardening Exercise Day, National Higher Education Day, National Hunger Awareness Day, National Huntington Disease Awareness Day, National Yo-Yo Day, Russian Language Day, and YMCA Day. And let's take a look at the Celeste fig. Let's talk about it. And I'm out here on the banks of the Nyanga, I think is how you pronounce that, Nyanga River, going canoeing with my family. We camped out here last night with my kids and their kids and several of us in my family, in my personal family, and my brother Carl's family. Okay, let's see, which he's made his crossing, and I just so that you know, my relationship with my brother Carl has not ceased. I still visit with him often. Though he doesn't have a body anymore, I think he loves, I think he's one of I think he's one of the people that loves to join me in my classes here. Okay, let's see. I wanted to talk about the Celeste fig. Is that what I'm wanting to tell you about, the Celeste? Yeah, Celeste fig out of Edible Landscaping. Celeste is also known in the South as the sugar fig. A Southern tradition, long-lived and hardy, Celeste's reputation comes from many generations of people that have grown the fig. The eye at the bottom of the fruit is small, keeping insects out. Fruits may crop early on last year's wood. Space 10-foot circles in zone 7 and 12-foot circles in the south, zones 6 through 9. Now it says that it produces on this old wood from the year before, so I'm not sure it would grow here real well in my area. I'm in zone 6, but maybe it does. Maybe it can survive those cold winters and produces. So that's what I'm not sure yet. So we're learning together, aren't we, about gardening and about how to forgive and how to enter the kingdom of heaven and how to stay in the kingdom of heaven through the holy instant. Okay, is there anything else I want to talk about here before we go? Let's go chapter 17 and start our chapter 17 reading. And remember, into his presence would I enter now. Let's do that throughout the day. The betrayal of the Son of God lies only in illusions, and all his sins are but his own imagining. His reality is forever sinless. He need not be forgiven, but awakened. In his dreams he has betrayed himself, his brothers, and his God. Yet what is done in dreams has not been really done. It is impossible to convince the dreamer that this is so, for dreams are what they are because of their illusion of reality. Only in waking is the full release from them, for only then does it become perfectly apparent that they had no effect on reality at all and did not change it. Fantasies change reality. That is their purpose. They cannot do so in reality, but they can do so in the mind that would have reality different. It is then only your wish to change reality that is fearful, because by your wish you think you have accomplished what you wish. This strange position, in a sense, acknowledges your power, yet by distorting it and devoting it to evil, it also makes it unreal. You cannot be faithful to two masters who ask of you conflicting things. What you use in fantasy you deny to truth, yet what you give to truth to use for you is safe from fantasy. So let's give our lives to truth and ask the Holy Spirit to use it. Let's awake from our dream and just stop trying to arrange your life. Stay in the present moment, the holy instant. Fantasy and distorted perceptions, section 2, paragraph 3. And this is, like I said, in chapter 17, forgiveness and healing. When you maintain that there must be order of difficulty and miracles, all you mean is that there are some things you would withhold from truth. When you maintain that there must be order of difficulty and miracles, all you mean is that there are some things you would withhold from truth. You believe that truth cannot deal with them only because you would keep them from truth. Very simply, your lack of faith in the power that heals all pain arises from your wish to retain some aspects of reality for fantasy. If you but realized what this must do to your appreciation of the whole. What you reserve unto yourself, you take away from him who would release you. Unless you give it back, it is inevitable that your perspective on reality be warped and uncorrected. Wow. Paragraph 4, as long as you would have it so long will the illusion of order of difficulty and miracles remain with you. For you have established this order in reality by giving some of it to one teacher and some to another. And so you learn to deal with part of truth in one way, and in another way, the other part. To fragment truth is to destroy it by rendering it meaningless. Order of reality is a perspective without understanding, a frame of reference for reality which it cannot really be compared at all. Paragraph 5. Think you that you can bring truth to fantasy and learn what truth means from the perspective of illusions? Think you that you can bring truth to fantasy and learn what truth means from the perspective of illusions? Truth has no meaning in illusion. Truth has no meaning in illusion. Seems like there ought to be a parable with all that fog rolling in, huh? You know, when it obscures what can be seen clearly, you could see the fog as being illusions, perspectives of reality rather than reality. Think you that you can bring truth to fantasy and learn what truth means from the perspective of illusions? Truth has no meaning in illusion. The frame of reference for its meaning must be itself. When you try to bring truth to illusions, you're trying to make illusions real and keep them by justifying your belief in them. But to give illusions to truth is to enable truth to teach that the illusions are unreal and thus enable you to escape from them. Reserve not one idea aside from truth, or you establish orders of reality which must imprison you. There is no order in reality, because everything there is true. Everything in reality is true. And the last paragraph we'll read today, paragraph 6, be willing, and this is going to finish section 2 also. Be willing then to give all you have held outside the truth to him who knows the truth, and in whom all is brought to truth. Again on that sentence, be willing then to give all you have held outside the truth to him, the Holy Spirit, who knows the truth, and to whom all is brought to truth. Salvation from separation will be complete, or it will not be at all. It'll be complete. Salvation from separation will be complete, or it will not be at all. Be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have this be accomplished. Wow. Salvation from separation. And he says, be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have this be accomplished. Salvation from separation. Wow. Instead of seeing a separate world where we're separate from our brothers and sisters, we see our unity, our union, our oneness with God and all of our brothers and sisters as part of God. So salvation from separation will be complete, or will not be at all. Be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have this be accomplished. He will accomplish it, not you. But forget not this: when you become disturbed and lose your peace of mind because another is attempting to solve his problems through fantasy, you're refusing to forgive yourself for just the same attempt. Let me read that sentence again. So be not concerned with anything except your willingness to have salvation from separation be accomplished. He will accomplish it. God will accomplish it, and if you'll be willing, He will accomplish it, not you. But forget not this: when you become disturbed and lose your peace of mind because another is attempting to solve his problems through fantasy, you're refusing to forgive yourself for just the same attempt. And you are holding both of you away from truth and from salvation. As you forgive him, you restore truth, what was denied by both of you. As you forgive him, you restore to truth what was denied by both of you, and you will see forgiveness where you have given it. You will see forgiveness where you have forgiven it, and it will move the fog of illusions away, so that you can see your brother clearly and love him in the holy instant. So let's enter into his presence. Into his presence. Into his presence would I enter now. Into his presence would I enter now. Into his presence would I enter now. Let's think about the fog now from another Let's think of it as the Holy Spirit moving into us, and we're abiding in the presence of God, and He's all around us, like the air, the wind, the fog. Into His presence would I enter now. 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 Into His presence would I enter now.